Hey guys, what's up? It's Kay, and today we'll be looking at the SCM EX DOM figure from Band Presto. And this figure is actually, they were released in Japan, but they were not meant to go on sale. So basically these guys were prize figures. So in order for you to get them, you actually have to play the UFO crane machine games that you normally find in arcade places in Japan. Now, well, UFO crane machine games can be found in most arcade places. It's just that the items or the prizes suck. Alright, so first things first, let's get rid of, or let's try and get rid of the boring stuff first. So let's go with the accessories. So for accessories, all of these three figures comes with the giant bazooka. Come on, camera focus. So this is the bazooka, but mine's panel lined and flat coated, so it's normally it doesn't look normally like this out of the box, like even the figures. So I actually added panel lines and decals and flat coat on my figures, and I'll put a picture somewhere in here, regarding the picture or how the figure originally looks like out of the box. So it's gonna be maybe there, maybe here, I'm not sure. So so aside from the giant bazooka that these three have, they have this one, which is a generic weapon for a DOM. It's this one. Alright, so they have the heat saber. This one's the activated one, and they actually will give you an activated one. So it's yellow, and all you have to do is just remove this. So it's just, there's a hole on there, and all you have to do is just insert the thing there, but that's not gonna make sense because it's activated and this thing is gonna melt, Alright, but anyway, so they have that one and the giant bazooka. And for the hands, alright, let's bring this back. For the hands, they will come with two closed fists, or a pair of closed fists. They will also give you two trigger finger hands. Come on, camera, zoom in. Alright, so two trigger finger hands. If I'm not really sure if you can see that, it's not zooming in. Come on, zoom. Oh, there we go. So two trigger finger hands for the bazooka. So one will actually be in the handle, and the other one is going to be on the second handle. And then the last hand that you will get for each DOM figure is an open palm hand for action poses. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. Thank you, camera. Unfortunately though, it's just the right one. They're not gonna give you a pair, just like what they did with the RX-782 version 2 from the same line. So you'll just have the right one here. And then for individual accessories, each DOM figure actually comes with a special accessory. So like you're seeing, it's actually focusing on this one now, but as you can see, the first DOM will have the giant axe or heat hawk. Now the second one comes with the spike shield, which is this one. Okay, so mine's a little bit different, like I told you guys, because I added decals and panel line on here. But it comes with a shield with it's the Zaku shield with some spikes on it, and I added a little bit of retouching on there. So I put a Xeon logo and the unit number of the DOM and the Xeon logo there, and a Mark II decal on the side, so it actually made it look better, and I added some brown lining on there. And then the third accessory that the other Dom has or had is the Dom rifle with a bayonet or a knife on there. So you have the option to remove this, and they can actually, one of them can actually grab this knife. So it's a pretty looking, I actually like the knife, but it's actually big. I prefer the gun cannon's knife over this, but this one looks cool as well. It looks great with Xeon units. So you can just clip it on here again. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So again, I put some Gundam markers on there because it's molded in just one shade of plastic, which is gunmetal. So I added a red on there, so it actually looks better now. So let's go. So boring stuff is done. Let's proceed with the articulation. So for articulation, the arm is on a ball joint. So if I remove this, you can actually see it's just a ball joint on there. But in my opinion, this is still by far the best Dom figure out there. Like, the MSIA was good back in its day, but you know, they all have the same articulation. The Xenography Dom figures they actually look great, you know, but the articulation's just fair. It's not really, you know, it's not really good. So with this one has lots of articulation on it, so it's very playable. And as for the plastic quality, it actually reminds me of Robot Damashi figures. So it's pretty close to that, if you're wondering, you know, how SCM EX figures compare to Robot Damashi figures. So anyway, so the arm is on a ball joint. You can see some butterfly joint going on there, but it's not that much. And the arm, there's a double jointed arm on there. And as for the hands, it actually can rock like that, just for holding the bazooka. And the hand is on a ball joint on there, so you can just, you know, rock it like that. And the head, this one is pretty interesting because he has a ball jointed head right there, so he can pretty much, you know, look anywhere, just like a ball joint, or just go everywhere where the ball joint goes, I guess. And then for the body, the upper torso or the upper body has a hinge on it, giving him, you know, a decent, really good ab articulation. And then the lower half here is on a ball joint. So aside from the ab articulation there, it's gonna give you some really nice, oh sorry, so you can see the ball joint on there. So you can really do some really neat poses with this. That's why I really love playing with these guys when I'm doing photos, because they're really posable. So you can totally see how neat it is. Especially, I really love that joint there. And another cool thing about the Dom, the SCM EX Dom, is the front skirts. So the front skirts, you can actually see, like, if it's actually, the skirt armor is actually separating on there. So if you do like a certain pose, you can see that it's separating. Alright, and then the side skirt is just on a hinge. Alright, and the front skirts move like that one. I'm not really sure how they did this, but I think that's a hinge on there. And for the leg articulation, he can do some pretty decent leg splits on there. For a Dom, that's really good. And there's a thigh swivel on there, and then a double jointed knee, and he has this ankle rocker here, which is pretty nice, for, especially when you're doing a hover. You know, if you're doing the Dom doing a hover pose, like if he's skating or something, It's really neat. And then aside from the rocking joint that it's gonna give you, there's also a joint on there, so the foot is gonna go that way and that way, and that's pretty much it. See, so what else do we have here? Oh yes, and on the back skirt, this thing separates, giving you extra detail on there, so you can see some vent action on there. So that's pretty much it. So this guy is pretty playable if you ask me. And so if you're a fan of like the Gundam Build Fighters, this guy can actually throw some really neat martial arts pose for you, like, you know, the HGUC DOMs or whatever you have. I'm pretty sure this one is better. You see? Alright. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the articulation on the figure, and I'll give my thoughts on this figure in a brief second. And so for final thoughts, I love this figure. If you know someone who's selling it, if you have the money to purchase the figure, go right ahead. You know, no one's stopping you. If you really like the figure, buy it. I highly recommend it. One thing that's frustrating about the figure is they're really hard to find, especially getting all three, because if you like browsing or window shopping online, it's either you get one of the three or none at all. So getting the three is very difficult, and normally the price range, it ranges about from 140 to 170 or 160. So it's really depending on the seller, and you're not gonna be able to find these guys on, let's say, HLJ or eBay or Amazon, because like I said, they are prize figures. So the only way to get them before, like back in 2006, is to play that game that I mentioned earlier. So normally the ones that has this figures, or the shops or the online shops that normally has the set, is normally the ones that sells pre-owned figures. So Mandarake is you know, up there, and Yahoo Japan auctions is also gonna be on there. But other than those, I'm not really sure where to get, you know, where you can buy the SCM EX Black TriStar. So you can try eBay, but that's gonna take you a while. So it's best if you go to Mandarake, or if you know someone that can get you stuff from Yahoo Japan auctions, feel free, you know, to get in touch and see what they can do for you. And that's pretty much it. So if you like the video, do subscribe, and if you don't like what I just did, please don't tell me. You'll hurt my feelings. And take care. I'll see you on the next video, guys.